In this lesson, we're going to learn about division with remainders, This here is where we're headed. I'm going to label the different parts of this problem here. This number right here is called the dividend. This number, what we're dividing by, is called the divisor. And this is where our answer goes in our division problem. We call our answer to a division problem the quotient. And so the quotient for this division problem is 6 remainder 2. So the way we read this again is 32 divided by 5 equals 6 remainder 2. So that's where it is that we're headed. If we had written this from left to right, we would have written it like this here, 32 divided by 6 equaling 5 with the remainder of 2. We have this problem here. Again, what we do is we read that dividend first. We read this 37 first, so we say 37 divided by 5. 37 divided by 5. What we do is we think of a math fact. And we think of a multiplication fact. 5 times what number is very close to 37? We know that 5 times 6 is 30. And then so 5 times 7 is 35. And we also know that 5 times 8 is 40. And then so we would know that the corresponding division facts would be 40 divided by 8 equals 5, or 35 divided by 7 equals 5. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and choose this one right here, so that we know that 35 divided by 5 equals 7. So we're going to go ahead and put 7 up here. The thing that we'll want to make sure to do is we'll put that 7 directly above that ones place, because we're dividing 37 ones. They're dividing 37 ones in that case. Our next step is to multiply the 7 times the 5. Multiplying the 7 times the 5, we put that number right here. 7 times 5 is 35. And then we go ahead and subtract. So again, our steps right now are divide, multiply, and subtract. 7 times 5 being 35, and 37 minus 35 then is 2. And 2 is our remainder. So reading this again is 37 divided by 5 equals 7 with a remainder of 2. Again, here's another problem. We've got 17 divided by 2. For 17 divided by 2, we're going to think of a math fact that is very close to 17 without going over. We know that 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is, right, 14. If we go up there from there, 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18. Oops, that would be too much. So we're going to go ahead and choose 8 here, and again, we're going to write that 8 directly in the ones place there, right over that 7. 8 times 2 is 16, and we'll go ahead and write that 16 right there. 17 minus 16 is 1, and 1 is our remainder. Again, those steps, we divide, we multiply, we subtract. All right, we have the problem 43 divided by 5. 5 times what number is close to 43? You can think of 5 times 7 is 35. Oops, not quite enough. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. What are we going to choose here? Right, 8. And where are we going to write it? Are we going to write it over the 4, or are we going to write it over the 3? Correct, we write it over the 3 there. So we just divided. 5 can't go into 4. 5 can go into 43. 5 goes into 43 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. We had that math fact right over there to our right. 43 minus 40 is 3. 3 is our remainder. Go ahead and copy this down. We've got 23 divided by 3. And write down D, M, and S for yourself, where we're going to divide, multiply, and then we're going to subtract. Our first step is to see if 3 can go into 2. 2 cannot be divided by 3, so we go to the next step, we put those together, 23 divided by 3. 23 divided by 3, how many times can 3 go into 23? That's 7 times, and so 7 times 3 is 21. 23 minus 21 is 2, so 2 is our remainder. 2 is our remainder. Now, in the future, meaning we have more division videos coming up, we would have other steps to remember where we bring down or we check. In this case, when we check, one of the big things with division that we haven't talked about so far is this remainder. With this remainder can never be bigger than the divisor. Can never be bigger than the divisor. So this is what I'm talking about here. If we had accidentally done this, where we chose 6, and we said 6 times 3 is 18, and we had a 5 there, we just said remainder 5. And we can't do that. We can't do that because there'd still be 5 left. And if we were dividing into 3 groups, that 5 is still divisible by 3. We would have had to backed up a step, and then we would have figured out that the answer, or the quotient of this division problem, is 7 remainder 2. Remember those different parts. This is the divisor. This is the dividend. Again, if we think about this here, we've got 28 cookies, and we're dividing them between 5 friends. And in this case here, if we have 28 cookies and we're dividing them between 5 friends, what we're really doing is this. We want to divide them equally in between those 5 friends. And then so I'm going to go ahead and make groupings here for those 5 friends. And then we'll go ahead and take another color here and distribute those cookies amongst those 5 friends. We're going to share those cookies between those 5 friends. Okay, so this is friend 1 here. This is friend 2 here, etc. So we got 1 cookie, 2 cookies, 3 cookies, 4 cookies, 5 cookies. Do I have any more cookies to give to them? Yes, we do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Uh-oh, we ran out of cookies. Those other friends are not going to be happy because they did not get the same amount of cookies as everyone else. So we better take those cookies there, and we better go ahead and take those cookies back there. And what we're going to do is those cookies there, those 3 remaining cookies, is our remainder, So this problem here is really just this, 28 divided by those 28 cookies divided amongst those 5 friends does equal, and if we look here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 within each of those sets there, so we got 5 with the remainder of 3. This here was our remainder there. Those are the 3 cookies that were left over. Showing you it in the manner that we have been looking at through the video. 28 divided by 5 goes in 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. 28 minus 25 is 3. 3 is our remainder. Again, our remainder can never be bigger than our divisor. The remainder here cannot be bigger than that divisor. Please go ahead and copy these down and then hit pause. Copy these down and then hit pause. It's your turn to try them. Go ahead and try them. For that first one there, did you remember to put that 7 right over that other 7 right there? That 7 with the remainder of 2. Hopefully you did. Come right back with the answers for the other 2. What haven't I written yet? Oh, that's a common mistake, to forget to write that remainder in there when there's a remainder. For that last problem, 3 can't go into 2. 3 can go into 26 8 times, because 8 times 3 is 24. and 26 minus 24 is 2. That remainder is 2. Again, remember to line up those digits properly. And that's division for you.